Hello, everybody. We've got Blaze TV today, summing up exactly, for people who don't have the bandwidth on what's going on with how the our federal tax dollars are being scammed and stolen. My understanding is mostly by Republican NGOs. I'm sorry, left-leaning NGOs. I'm sure there's some Republicans as well. But yeah, just check out this video. Blaze TV sums it up perfectly for those who are like, I don't get it. I just want to get a basic understanding of why things have gotten totally out of control whenever this started 20, 30, 40 years ago.
You know, I don't really understand this whole USAID or USAID thing.
It can be difficult. Luckily for you, I can explain it.
Okay.
See here, you're what's called a taxpayer, and I am the government.
Okay.
May I have some tax money, please?
Sure.
Great.
Here you are.
This is the price you pay for a civilized society. So you give that $20 to me, the government. This is an NGO,
Okay.
a non-government organization. And this is an American small business.
Guys, just so you understand, like I believe the original intentions of NGOs were intended. It was basically the idea was you give money to, people who are starving in other countries or need medication in other countries, with, obviously good intentions and trying to stop things from spreading, diseases spreading around the world or destabilization spreading to other countries, that kind of thing. But obviously, the idea was, well, if the government can't handle it, so we'll have a nonprofit or NGO, non-governmental organization handle it. And then, obviously, you have people getting paid and money going to a whole bunch of different people. But what happens, like anything, is, just like businesses paying their C-level people more and more money even when they're not making money. The same thing with these nonprofits and non-governmental organizations. You have these places that are basically pay no taxes, get tax money, pay no taxes, and are paying insane salaries to people for a very minimal amount of work. It's just totally out of control, totally unregulated, and it punishes small businesses and us taxpayers.
Okay.
Okay, now out of that $20 you give to me, $10 I need to keep because, got to keep the lights on.
Sure.
And $10 goes to the NGO.
All right.
This one's called Rochambeau for World Peace.
All right.
You see that small business owner right there?
Yes.
I'm going to need you to mostly peacefully kick him in the balls.
Wait, what, you guys serious?
You want that money?
Yeah.
Get a kicking.
All right.
Oh, fuck, shit. What?
Now, I think what they're trying to get to here is just like what's happening with the Tesla protests right now. You have these NGOs, and now that Doge has uncovered the payment tracks, you have wealthy people, billionaires that are giving money to NGOs. It's passed through multiple corporations or corporate entities, so it's hard to track who the actual money's coming from. And then we literally have a combination of taxpayer dollars and ultra wealthy people influencing politics, influencing policy that in turn punishes small businesses and ultimately the taxpayer to the tune of billions and billions of dollars every year.
Ooh. But why don't I get anything?
You don't get anything. Very good. You see him right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, take that money from him. Excellent. Thank you for your taxes. Your contributions are well noted. May I?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's called a kickback. Now, this mouthy little terrorist over here that does
Now, the kickback, and this is where it gets crazy because some of these politicians that come out of nowhere that seem to just be totally useless, it's because of these, they're part of the NGO money flow is going to they're allowed to donate now back to the politicians, and it's just insane. I think Stacey Abrams is the biggest example, or this alleged $2 billion that was transferred to her NGOs and her political companies or whatever you call it, political nonprofits. And that's on top of her being penalized and fined over and over again for that kind of money. And I believe she's out of politics now, but $2 billion a person, it takes 500 people to be $1 trillion. I mean, you can see how this just gets out of control really fast.
Doesn't understand that free speech has limitations.
Yeah.
What?
He needs a kick in the nuts.
No, I
Get a
don't
kicking?
think that's.
Here's a really scary thing. Thanks to thanks to Elon Musk, which people should be thanking for really changing the whole regulation of speech and free speech. Because now that X is doing it, Facebook is kind of doing it, everyone else is kind of doing it because they realize they're losing subscribers. Um, there was an insane amount of pullback on free speech and even channels on YouTube going back. I would say it was 2 or 3 years into when Trump was president. There was all these channels that were shadow banned. A lot of them are just starting to come back to me now, which is just mind-boggling to me. That's even a thing that the algorithm was changed so much and so many categories of information were shut down for years, and now it's coming back. And I think that all comes back to X. So thank you, Elon Musk. Thank you, X. But it's sad that, I saw a news report in Germany a couple weeks ago that they were like raiding people's houses and arresting them on the weekend for posts they're making online for just free speech about, they certain subjects are just can't be talked about. Same thing. There's been Americans that are detained or arrested in England. Basically, most of Europe is becoming censored, unfortunately, and it's definitely out of control. And luckily, hopefully, we're going the right direction in the U.S. as far as free speech is concerned. But we're still seeing in these protests they're asking to be able to go back to the way it was before. They want to stop certain subject matters from being talked about because they just want the status quo to continue. They want to be able to continue to take as many dollars and pay whoever they want.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Now you see,
I heard it shatter.
if the government did that, that would be unethical.
What?
Maybe even illegal.
Why?
But a non-government organization
Why?
can kick as many Americans in the nuts as they want. And the best part is, the Americans will pay for it. Do you like getting kicked in the nuts, friend?
No.
Would you like it to stop?
Yes.
I'm gonna need some more money, please.
I don't have more money.
Oh, he doesn't have more money.
You
This is called an audit.
What? No. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, that looks painful. That's okay. Yep. He's gonna have to pick himself up by the bootstraps.
Obviously, tax system is completely broken, completely way too complicated, huge leech on our economy.
40% of Somalia's GDP is our money that we give to them. So, do you care about the Somalians, good sir?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, have some more money, please.
Oh, I think you guys.
Yeah, and this whole thing with Somalia guys and Elon Omar, I don't know what the deal is. I was driving down the road. This was just a couple days ago, and there was a giant billboard of her. Like it looked like she was on the face of on the cover of a magazine or something, like basically promoting how amazing she is or something. Like I couldn't even understand. I was staring at the ad trying to see what it was saying, and it was like it was some sort of puff piece to make her look good, kind of like when Jimmy Carter died and they had all these ads about, remembering how great Jimmy Carter was. Same thing with her, and just total insanity with her. I hope they really bring some charges on her with the classes of teaching people how to game the system and you know illegally keep illegal aliens in the country, that kind of thing. It's just totally out of control.
So the NGO took all the rest of it. Oh my god.
You know what that means? He needs an audit.
Please.
And this is how your government and non-government organizations
Please.
make the world a better place.
Please
I'm gonna
stop.
need that money in the form of a donation.
Oh.
Thank you very much. See? Everybody's happy.
All right, so thanks to Blaze TV. If you are not familiar with Blaze TV, I will put the link down in the description. Please check them out, and if you like them, subscribe to them. And yeah, keep the conversation going. Keep it keep it positive. Let's figure out solutions to problems instead of arguing about the same ridiculous stuff over and over again. Have a great day, guys.